So today I'm going to be going over some of my favorite riffs from primarily metal songs. And I'm doing it this way as opposed to the way I did it last time where I just compiled the riffs together and posted them without commentary. Because these songs I don't think would transition very well into each other, and you guys are going to see as we go along. These songs are from radically different styles of metal, and so putting them together in one compilation just wouldn't sound very good. And I'm gonna try to stick with chronological order in the order these songs were released. I'm gonna break that rule at the very end with the last two, but that's because I think that the placement is better the way that I have it planned out as opposed to the chronological order. So the first one that I'm gonna talk about and showcase is the riff from Electric Funeral by Black Sabbath. This is the oldest one that I have. So this is a really cool doomy riff. It's riffs like these from these guys specifically that gave rise to the entire genre of doom metal later on. And it's because of riffs like this. It's because of doomy, pretty simple riffs like the one from Electric Funeral, where the focus isn't so much on technicality, but it's on setting the scene, setting the atmosphere for the subject matter that's going to be discussed in the song. And in this case, it's nuclear warfare, the world ending, stuff like that. And I think that this riff is a good representative of that. And so that's why it's on my list. Also, because it's just really catchy, and I feel like I could play this pretty easily if I put my mind to it. So the next one we're going to talk about is the main riff, not the intro riff, but the main riff from Metal Militia. This is a thrashier song from Metallica's earliest days, and I think it's just really catchy and cool. So, pretty self-explanatory if you listen to this. It's just really catchy. And I am aware that this is actually Dave Mustaine from Megadeth's riff that he wrote, but the way that it's played, the way that it's recorded too, I think it's just really cool. I think it's a really good example of Metallica's earliest days. This is from their first album, and I just think it's great. So that's why it's one of my favorites. Next up, I have Tormentor by Slayer. This is like when Slayer was trying to just first starting out, and they were doing this sort of punk / thrash crossover kind of thing. It's a really unique sound that I don't really hear in metal, especially not anymore. And I just think that this riff is, I don't know what the word to describe this would be, I guess groovy, but just listen to this and you guys can form your own opinions. So that riff goes on through this entire song for the most part. It deviates a few times, but this is Tormentor by Slayer, and as I said, it's just groovy. It's just, you don't get bored in this song, and it's just like a really cool thing that I wish I could play. So the next one, staying with Slayer, is the classic thrash song Raining Blood. Everybody hears this song. Everybody hears the intro specifically. That's the one I'm going to be highlighting. And instantly wants to play it. I'm no exception. I heard this, and I was like, I want to play this. So I learned how. But this is the song. This is the riff. Pretty sure everyone knows it. that was technically 2 riffs, but that intro in particular is just, oh my gosh. You hear that and you go, whoa, what am I in for? And what you're in for is, I'm going to play a little bit of the song because this is a thrash song. So that's what you're in for when you listen to this, and I think that the intro sets the stage pretty well. All right, the next one, I don't know if it counts as a riff, but I will put the entire acoustic arrangement from the songs 1 and Fade to Black. Fade to Black would be first if I was showcasing this, but I'm going to play the one from the song 1 because I just think that it's like a really nice melody for the song that it's trying to, represent.
I can't remember anything, can't tell if this is true or dream. Deep down inside I feel the scream. This terrible silence stops in there. Now that the war is through with me, I'm waking up, I cannot see.
Yeah, I did actually cover
that
this.
there's not much left of me. Nothing is real but pain now.
So, it's just a really nice acoustic part. What can I say? That and the Fade to Black one. I think the Fade to Black one is a little bit nicer acoustically, but this is just a melody that you can't really make into a happy melody, and I appreciate that because the song isn't a happy song. It's a song about a veteran that is just completely dead for all intents and purposes, and I don't think that you should be able to, no matter what you do with this, turn it into a happier song. You can't do it no matter what you do with this acoustic part, and I've heard people try it too. So the next one is staying with Metallica, same album too. This is Harvester of Sorrow, and I'm just going to give this points for being one of the coolest intros that I've ever heard, and I've heard a lot of them. And the only one that beats it out is one that I'm going to showcase in a little bit. But just listen to this. Is this intro not fire? I like how they have the riff clean first, acoustic. They play that a couple times. That did like 4 times. And then it goes into the distortion version, and that's just infinitely cooler. So Metallica does get criticism because of their long-ish intros, but this is worth every second that you listen to this, I would say. Just because that's not even all of the introduction, but that riff in itself is just cool. I'm sorry. And I would definitely use this as like an intro song. Okay, so switching genres entirely to the genre of death metal, we are going to listen to a set of riffs from a song titled The Fourth Crusade. This song is actually responsible for making me be open-minded to death metal, but I think that's a different topic for a different video. I'm actually going to start, I usually am doing the intro riffs here, but I'm going to start mid-song and play them in reverse order. So what's cool about this is that this right here, that is actually mid-song after the guy does his first verse. And this is a variation of the intro riff, which I think is really cool. So this, for obvious reasons, made me be more open-minded towards death metal because the guitar tone is cool. The doomy riff in the beginning, which I showed actually in the middle, but it's a variation of the beginning. It's just really doom sounding and sets the stage for the Fourth Crusade. And the riff where he's doing the gallops, that's what the technique is called in the middle. It's just really catchy, and you listen to this and you want to continue to listen. So this is the last one I'm going to showcase, more death metal. The last one is Morbid Angel and Mortal Rites. And this one is cool for a couple reasons. Number one, because it plays at the beginning, first 10 or so seconds, it plays the main riff backwards. This is what it sounds like. So that is what's about to come up backwards. And what's about to come up is the highlight here, because it's just an incredible intro that is just good. I don't know what to say. It's just a really cool clip that you would be able to use as an introduction to really anything, and it's just going to make it sound nice. Now, despite whatever you want to say about the vocals or the lyrics of this song, you have to admit that intro is very cool. And that's all the ones that I'm going to showcase today. There's plenty more. There's plenty more that I like, plenty more that I would put in my favorites. This is just 7 or so of my top riffs of all time. If I had to put one on the top here, it would probably be the Immortal Rites one that I just played, or the Harvester riff, or the Fourth Crusade riff. Those are, my personal favorites out of this collection. So that is my list of some of my favorite riffs, and I hope I've shown you guys different musical styles for some of you that might not be familiar with metal at all. There's different styles of metal. Some are, more easy to get into if you're into softer music, and some are just not. Okay, but I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is. Let me know if you guys want to see more stuff from this channel, covers, going over riffs, song analysis, things like that. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.